I'm John White. With me today is Virginia Podmanick, and Virginia is a master gardener here in Doña County. Virginia, what have you brought for us? Looks like you got lots of color here.
Well, I have lots of birds in my yard this time of year, and I thought I'd show you some of the munchies that they're working on.
Okay.
First is the pyracantha. They love the berries, and they will eat them all fall and all winter into spring.
We do want to remind people that there's a lot of rumor that pyracantha berries are poisonous, and they aren't. I mean, if you ate a lot or a kid ate a lot, it might make them a little ill, but the wildlife do love them. The birds love those.
Okay. And we still have hummingbirds around, and the hummingbirds love the cherry sage. Okay. And as long as our winter doesn't get too severe, it will continue to bloom all winter.
Okay. Well, the cherry sage here, the coral sage, is an excellent plant for home gardeners to use. It gives you some beautiful color. There's a lot of different color variation in the salvia, and like you said, it's very good for hummingbirds and different nectar feeding insects as well. So it's got some old blooms on it where you can break off, get some seed, but it is a good plant. So salvia is a great one.
A lot of birds are ground feeders, and right now blooming in my yard I have just some sage and some vinca, and these are particularly good for birds because they continually drop their seeds, and there's constantly something on the ground for the birds.
Okay. Again, you can see some of the old spent flowers and where the seed falls down, and again on the vinca we can see some of the seed pods here, and a lot of our birds are seed feeders as well as nectar feeders, so you're taking care of both with that. So
right.
Another good plant for the area.
And I brought a piece of our Texas live oak with the acorns. Right now we have two blue jays that are in the trees and breaking off the acorns and stealing them and burying them, and the only thing with bluebirds is they hide them and they can't find them. But that's another
Well,
food
the
for
oaks
birds.
are a good plant to use in the area. We're finding that they're a little bit more drought tolerant than a lot of people think, and they grow faster than a lot of people think. But the seed on oak is used a lot by different wildlife, not just birds, but squirrels and a lot of different animals like the acorns on there. So that is a excellent plant to use for our area. Just be sure and pick those for the size of the spot that you have, because the oak can be pretty big.
Okay, and then I have a persimmon. Persimmons are beautiful fruit. The birds will eat them down to nothing, and they will stay on the tree all winter unless the birds chew them down. If you want to keep them for yourself, I wrap a few of them with some nylon net to keep the birds off of them. So I'll have a few, but otherwise we just let the birds take them.
Okay. Well, any kind of fruit tree birds do like, as well as a lot of insects come in, but this time of year with it getting cooler, the insects are disappearing and the birds still hanging around, because a lot of our plants are going to fruit and seed right now, so a lot of the birds are in the area taking advantage of the fruit and seed that is available right now. So fruit trees of different kinds are good for this. So as we can see, some of the leaf burn on the persimmon is kind of common this time of year. A lot of our trees are showing some burn on the edges, and that's just the accumulation of salts and heat and everything that they've had through the whole year. So it's not uncommon to see a lot of leaf burn at this time of year. So that is an excellent plant. You don't see those used very much.
No, they don't get any bugs during the year. They're very, I think it's a wonderful tree to have.
The salvia, if you haven't grown the salvia greggii before, then this one does get kind of woody and sometimes needs to be clipped back in order to fill it out. Otherwise it gets pretty leggy and sometimes the limbs will break off. So we want to keep this trimmed back a little bit and and keep it bushed up so you have a lot more bloom on it, and that way it'll be more attractive to wildlife. But again, excellent plant to use. Okay, Virginia, thank you very much for being on this portion of Southwest Yard and Garden.
Thank you, John.